Hi y'all. Today, we have the finest assortments of mouse pads money can buy. These aren't your average everyday mouse pads. Oh no. These are mouse pads you would never in your wildest dreams would imagine to be mouse pads. Isn't that just special? Lines are open, y'all. Call this number now. We've stocked just one of each mouse pad, and our operators work without legally obligated breaks to ensure your satisfaction is our priority. Let's start with some of the sleeved pads. Wood, glass, and whiteboard dominate the speed category. No specific brands, just make sure whatever you use is fast and smooth. Cleaning is a breeze. Just wipe it down and it's good as new. Now careful with wood, however. That shit can be porous. These succulent little bastards, if not cleaned right, will warp and misshape and you'll need a new pad. This, however, is their downfall. This is a sleeve, and color me a bitch, but I hate sleeves. When I eat, I gotta take off the sleeve. When I pee, I gotta take off the sleeve. It's hard enough aiming my 3mm defeater. Why do I have to take off a sleeve? So what can we do? Where can we go? Who can we call? These were hardships I faced on my journey. I have a need for speed, but not a sleeve. So why does our arm stick when the pad moves so fast? Let's take a look at cloth and glass mouse pads for this. When your arm seeps that sweet gamer gunk, it's just got nowhere to go on a glass pad. Yet the porous nature of the cloth pad gives it all the absorption it needs. That's why your mouse might start to stick a little bit over time to your pad, and you gotta give it a good cleaning. Now, that's where the sleeve comes in. If you use the sleeve on the pad, you don't gotta worry about your oils getting on the pad. It just goes into the sleeve and you just wash the sleeve. But what pads, if any, can give us the speed of a hard pad without the need of a sleeve? There's a few. Let's start with cardboard. This is cardboard, aka my gateway drug. It's cheap, inexpensive, affordable, fast, sleeveless, and weak, just like you. It lasted for months, gradually caving into the oils, but I coped like hell and kept playing with it, and it taught me there was something special about wood's porous nature that was locked away that could be used. It taught me under the right conditions, wood could be made fast, but also porous.
Wow.
Those of you who made it to the end of my endgame mousepad video might remember this clip.
I know what you're thinking. I'm a mind reader. You are thinking there's no possible chance I would ever believe this without watching you use it for hours and hours on Twitch or maybe even TikTok live streams while donating you every last penny I have. So maybe you'll think about trying a new mouse pad. Well, you're in luck, kind, monetarily generous entity, because I'm going to be live streaming myself using it for the indefinite future.
Hi y'all. I'm here to tell you a little bit about PCBWay. I know I gave them raving reviews last time, but I got even more to talk about this time. It's their 10th anniversary, and they're giving out all sorts of different coupons for different types of orders, like $10 or more. You get $5. $30 or more, you get $6. How could you fucking pass these up? If you watch just a 30-second ad, you get an exclusive badge. They've even got a charity sale going on where you can buy a badge, a cool badge for the site, and all the money goes to charity. Isn't that interesting? Oh, look at that. I did the lucky draw and I got a 0.96 inch display. Check out PCBWay. They're more than just manufacturing. Right now, they've got a 10th anniversary. Get the fuck out of my way, Ghost. Why didn't I stream that day? Well, I ended up setting up the poster board, throwing away the cardboard, and within seconds, That poster board was already starting to warp. I was pissed and desperate for answers. Why had God given one of his weakest soldiers his toughest battle? I was mousepadless for some time after this. It felt like the end of days till I made it to Michael's. I asked the cashier for forgiveness and clarity, and all I got was a trespassing violation. I wiped my ass. I wiped my ass with it and ran down to the poster board section looking for answers and found it in the form of a paper sandwich with a foam core. Take the stats of cardboard, lower the price, and give it a more convenient sizing. That is foam board. I was pissing bricks. Cardboard and foam board are like the meth of mouse pads. They feel so good, but you gotta go back to the dealer every month when they start to cave in. It didn't take me long to want more. I wanted more speed and especially more strength. So I started getting weird. Back to Michael's. I buy an MDF drawing board. Basically, think if somebody took cardboard and shaved it all down and made it into particle board. It's faster, it's stronger, and lasts longer than foam board, but it feels like it's coated in all these invisible eraser shavings. Over the course of a couple months, I expected the eraser shavings to just go away and there to be maybe a caved in hole in the pad, but I ended up with an oily grease stain and a rough patch I wouldn't necessarily call unusable, but more comparable to a slow spot on a normal mouse pad. But DJ, I like the speed of the foam board and I like the strength of the mat board. How do I get that strength without all the weird shit? Mat board. I went to the very special Houston Art Supply to find something just for you behind all your favorite paintings. This is also behind the frame. In that context, it's likely to be some fancy schmancy acid-free mat board that cost $1 billion. But here, we're not hanging any paintings. We just need the simple 2-ply mat board to get the job done. Depending on your use style, it might last double, triple, maybe even quadruple the use time of a normal mat board. I stopped using this one? Why, I'd still call it usable. It's not as thick as foam board too, giving it less squish since it's got a different core. It's more just glued pieces of poster board together, whereas this is a foam sandwich, but that makes it more ideal for less smush. Uh-oh, y'all. It's that special time. It's time to highlight our little failures. We've got corkboard from IKEA, the slowest of the slow. Plastic board from Michael's, more useless than an empty water bottle. I've had the most special of times. How you doing, folks? I've got one last pad to show you that trumps all else on this list. I went to the wrong Houston Art Supply by accident and found out they had something called Gator board. Wood veneer crusts this board, making it faster than most, but still sleeveless. Under the right environments. A polystyrene core, whatever the fuck that is, makes this pad stronger and stiffer than normal foam core, making it mean it's gonna last much longer. Its price online can be quite terrifying. I found it locally, however, for about $40 for 2 mouse pads worth, still cheaper than most gaming pads you'll find out there. If you can find it cheaper online somehow, I still wouldn't necessarily suggest it. Go somewhere, rub your arm against it, and make sure it's gonna be the right pad for you. I don't want you buying anything that isn't right. Keep it also in a cool environment. If you sweat, it will stick. But if you mostly don't sweat, even with just normal oils on your arm, your arm's gonna glide just fine. I keep a little fan underneath my desk to make sure I stayed cool in this Houston heat. I have had so much fun tonight. Let's take one look at our final sales and see how much money we've made. What's that? Nothing? Absolutely nothing? Are you fucking shitting me? Why do I do this shit?